Hi, my name is Usman. I'm a photographer at Son the Creative and senior writer at fstoppers.com, and today I want to talk about the FeiyuTech a1000 gimbal. Now, FeiyuTech has released their AK2000 and their AK4000 gimbals, which are their new flagship models, but I want to talk about why I think the A1000 is still the best mirrorless gimbal that you can buy. So first, let's do a quick rundown of the specifications. So this gimbal is a little bit on the lighter side when it comes to how much it can hold. It can hold up to 1.7 kilograms. Now that might not sound like a lot when you compare it to some of the other gimbals that are pushing 2.5, 3, or maybe even 4 kilograms, but when you consider what this is designed for, it's actually plenty. This is only designed for mirrorless cameras. I tried putting my 5D Mark IV on and it doesn't fit. It's not that it can't hold the weight, it's just that it literally doesn't fit on the plate. So when you consider what it's made for, mirrorless cameras, it's actually a lot of capacity. For example, if you're using the A7R III, which is a full frame camera, and you're using some of the smaller prime lenses like the 28mm f2 or the 55 f1.8, you're gonna have plenty of capacity left over for other things like a display or an LED light and so on and so forth. But if you did want to use some of the more pro lenses like the 24mm GM or even the 85mm G Master lens, putting that on the gimbal, you'll be fine. Also, just like the A2000, this is a feature-filled gimbal. It's got tons of features available through the app. You can use it for time lapses, you can use it for hyperlapses and so on and so forth. So you've got tons of flexibility available with this gimbal, and you have the option to buy it with the single handle grip or the dual handle grip, and it works exactly the same as the A2000. So you can just switch them out depending on what you're doing. For time lapses, dual handle grip is fantastic, but if you're doing run and gun, then I really do like the fact that you can use a single handle grip on this, and it works really well. I found it to actually work better in the single handle mode versus the A2000. And for that reason, I've started using the A1000 as my main gimbal for basically all of my videos. Now, the thing that I absolutely love about this gimbal is the fact that the back motor does not block the screen. I can't tell you how incredibly useful that is, because I had tons of problems with the A2000 trying to get the composition right because I couldn't see the screen. That back motor is directly in the way, so shooting with the 5D Mark IV or even with the A7R III, that tilty flippy screen just wasn't enough, so I had to add like another display on, which meant that I was adding more weight, and it meant that I couldn't shoot for longer because my arm would get tired. With the A1000, I don't have to worry about that because the back motor is angled down, kind of like the Ronin S, meaning that I can see exactly what my camera's looking at, and I can just compose much more effectively. It's such a useful thing, and that's one of the main reasons why I don't use the A2000 anymore and why the A1000 has become my main gimbal. Now, balancing the gimbal is pretty straightforward. If you've balanced another gimbal before, this one's pretty much the same. It's not any different, it's not any more challenging in that respect. Now, personally, I don't actually balance my gimbals perfectly. I kind of just rush them through, and if it's about right, it's about right. That's what I do. And with the A2000, I found that does cause a few problems. So with the A2000, I had to spend a little bit extra time just to get that balancing perfect. But with the A1000, it's a lot more forgiving in my experience. I found that even if I don't balance it perfectly, I can just switch it on and it just works. It's fine. So I really enjoy that because it means that my setup time is going to be a lot shorter, and I can just go out and shoot. With the A2000, once again, just had a few problems with that when it came to balancing. I had to get it perfect just to get the smooth looking footage. Speaking of footage, A1000 is absolutely stunning. The footage looks really smooth even when you're walking. Sure, you do have that little up and down movement when you're walking, but that's to be expected with most, if not all, gimbals. But other than that, the footage looks absolutely stunning. Putting this with the A7R III and shooting at 120 frames per second, the footage looks incredible. I absolutely love the way that this gimbal smooths out all of those vibrations and any issues, and you get this really nice looking footage. Properly enjoy using this gimbal, and because it is lighter and a little bit smaller, I can use it for longer, so I can do those long takes with this gimbal and it's perfectly fine. This gimbal is, hands down, in my view, the best gimbal that you can buy. It's also one of the cheapest gimbals that you can buy. I mean, the single handle unit in the UK will cost you about £289, and the dual handle grip will cost you about £329. That is noticeably cheaper than many of the other gimbals available on the market. And considering the amount of features, the back motor doesn't block the screen, and the fact that it's lighter and smaller, it's just in my view, it is the best mirrorless gimbal you can buy. I know that a lot of people want to buy gimbals that are big and heavy and, you know, you can carry a lot of weight, but you have to remember, the bigger the gimbal or the more weight that the gimbal can carry, the more weight you're carrying. So if you want like a small light setup, don't get all hyped up by all of those numbers of, oh wow, this gimbal can hold, you know, 5 kilograms. Remember, you're having to carry those 5 kilograms as well. So personally, I want something which is light and effective, and the A1000 ticks both of those boxes every single time. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the A1000 gimbal. If you like this video, hit the like button, please subscribe, share this video if you think someone's going to find it useful, and leave comments and suggestions below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.